column, one of the highest states for food
Yes,
inflation.
yes.
But
But it looks like whether that state has some form of resilience. That's Benue State. Some resilience, as it were, there with the farmers
yes,
who continue to cultivate the land despite the specter, the likelihood that they will be attacked as well. And perhaps some of them, those who have been attacking those villages or towns, are returning home and continue the cultivation.
And you must see the Boko Haram conflict has actually eased compared to this time last year. I think terrorists are not, they're not partaking in suicide bombs and whatnot
They're not that effective or
exactly
rapid as daily as they
frequent
used to
as
be.
it was this time last year.
Yes. So maybe part of this also means that the security agencies are putting some calm in some areas and doing their job, preventing those attacks from happening almost on a daily basis again. So if that is part of the contributing factor, we say thank you to those folks making life safe and keeping inflation on a very tepid note. But let's talk about a little bit about cotton. This is one story about getting cotton to textiles, which is one of our stories. And cotton, you can also get oil from cotton seed.
Yes, you can get. There's a cotton oil which is becoming more and more popular nowadays. I think cotton. The problem with cotton in Nigeria, I think back in the days, cotton was actually one of the main agricultural products in the country. We had Kaduna Textile Mill, Iowa Textile Mill, and so on and so forth. Now the textile industry is comatose, almost non-existent. Why? Because our cotton is becoming more and more uncompetitive compared to our West African peers or even our Asian peers like China. We're seeing an influx of cotton textiles into the textile industry. And why is our cotton competitive? Why is our textile competitive? Because we have infrastructural constraints, poor electricity for one. It is expensive for a factory to be running.
But we have land to plant the cotton and harvest it.
Yes.
Don't we?
We
so
do.
whether we process it or not, we could just export it. So we're not even being competitive on that score.
No, I think more emphasis is being on the government's diversification agenda. I think more emphasis is being placed on other export commodities like cashew nuts, maize, rice, and less on commodities like cotton, which apart from the benefits of exports, you can also feed into our domestic industry.
Yes.
So I think that there's a mismatch in that. I think more focus is being placed on commodities that you can export rather than be used domestically.
Or industrialized locally.
Yes. So that is one mismatch that the government needs to get in order.
Yeah. We need to fix that.
Yeah.
We need to fix that. If you can't fix the primary product like cotton, then how do we fix the value chain of turning cotton into cotton oil, to textile and what have you? Because one single product there can give you so many.
That's true.
And we're not even taking advantage of that. Okay, let's leave this for now. You have an assignment, you remember? That the urban and rural inflation.
I do.
That's your take. That's your take.
When I come back,
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes, let's discuss that maybe on Thursday and find out where is this converging? Where is it coming from?
It would be very interesting to do.
Very interesting to find out. Before I relocate to the village, just find out for me before I make that move. Thank you. That's how he's going to do that. Adimo Kosa and his team at FDC will do that pro bono for me. And once I get that information, we'll share it here. Why urban and rural inflation in Nigeria are beginning to come together at the same level, unlike we had a year ago. Let's come back to you after the break. You're watching Business Morning. Welcome back, everyone. Let's go straight to the numbers from Diamond Bank. Yesterday, one of Nigeria's Tier 2 lenders reporting a pre-tax loss of 18.2 billion naira. That's quite massive. The bank reported these numbers, and this is what analysts are saying at the moment. Those negatives in the company's top and bottom line is what is being discussed right now. You remember, Diamond Bank sold off its UK Benin Republic subsidiaries and brought in some money from there. That helped moderate the loss in the first quarter of this year. Let's get Rotimi Fakaijo from Enterprise Stockbroker to talk about this for us. I'm sure investors are looking at these numbers. Diamond Bank shares fell 4.74% yesterday on the market when the lender reported these disappointing numbers. 18.2 billion naira was the pre-tax loss in 4Q 2017. The negatives for this quarter, first 3 months of 2018, a pre-tax loss of 18.2. Q1 2018, profit before tax was down 75% year-on-year. Analysts at FBN Quest says the pre-tax loss by Diamond Bank was driven by a combination of factors, including a decline of 52% and 48% respectively in funding and non-funding income, and a 29% year-on-year increase in loan loss provision to 21.5 billion naira by Diamond Bank. The bank also reported a lower effective tax rate of 3.2% compared to 188.5% in Q4 2016. Let's get Rotimi to give us the final word on the program today about Diamond Bank. Still like a diamond in the skies? Is that how you see Diamond Bank earnings, Rotimi? Oh, okay, I guess we lost that there. That doesn't look like a diamond in the sky. This diamond looks to be falling, and that's the story here today. But let's get back to some positive stories. Nigeria is going to stand for awards. The Debt Management Office, what's been done in the last 2 years by the DMO, is now fetching 4 awards globally between now and next month. Nigeria Debt Management Office will get 4 awards at the Europe, Middle East and Africa Awards in London on June the 7th. The first award is for the best sovereign bond in Africa. That was Nigeria's $3 billion double tranche 10-year and 30-year Eurobond of 2017. Then we have the second award, the most innovative bond award for our $300 million diaspora bond of June 2017. The third is the Best Naira Bond Award for the Sukuk bond issued in September 2017, 100 billion 7-year paper that's been used to develop designated 25 roads across the 6 geopolitical zones. And finally, the Global Capital Award for Nigeria's Debt Management Office, holding on May the 23rd in London. That's a good story, and that's how we'll wrap it up for today on the program. Whatever you have in the skies, on the ground, keep your eyes here on Channels Television, Nigeria's news leader. Our news team is ready here to take over in the next couple of minutes. I'll see you again tomorrow, Wednesday, the 16th of May.